Hi, welcome back to Halloween House. This is an update of the propagating sedum video I did a couple months ago. I just want to show you some progress. And I also want to address some problem issues. Now this is my dragon's blood sedum. As you can see, it's doing very well. These are some of my cuttings, spreading very, very nicely. All from one little cutting. I can't even tell. I think this was the original plant that I took all the cuttings from. I'm not sure, because another one down here is doing equally as well. But anyways, I didn't buy very many sedum plants. I just kind of propagated and made much more. And this area is about 50 feet long, about 3 feet wide. Don't mind my plastic rocks. I am going to fix that when I get around to it. But I went to a nursery and I found some in the clearance bin for $1 for a little quart. So I got 10 of them and I threw them in. I figured I'd give them a chance and see what happened. But as you can see, they're really not thriving. They're not, I mean, you know, look at this versus what I planted last spring from just an offshoot. So I'm going to try to fix that, and I'm sure we can. So I'm going to show you my method and how to give these guys a second chance at life. So what I'm going to do with my problem plants is I'm just going to dig it all up. Be as careful as I can. Try to get the whole root ball in there. Try not to disturb too much, especially the healthy guys around them that have spread. Nope, that didn't go too well, but you get the idea. I just wanted to get all this icky stuff out, all that brown stuff out. And what I'm going to do with that is I'm going to take the whole clump and I am going to dump it in some water. Just a regular old bucket of water. And I'm going to get all my plants that aren't thriving like that into some water. So here's plant number 2. So you can see there's a little bit of life in there. He's sprouting. I just don't like all this, you know, we got to get rid of that. So again, we're going to pull them up. See, that's all good stuff, but we don't want all this brown stuff. We got to get rid of that. We're going to leave that guy right there. He'll grow. And again, into the bucket of water. And like I said, I have about 10 of those plants, so I'll get back to you. So my plants have been soaking for about an hour in the water. What this does is it gets them easier to separate. And that is what I'm going to do next. I am going to empty this water and I am going to separate the good parts of the plant from the not so good part of the plant. Okay, and so this is what we end up with. I know I said I was going to pull about 10 problem plants out, but after looking them over, I decided to only pull about 3, I think it was. So after soaking in water for an hour, I pulled out all the good stuff. And that was all the dead stuff where nothing was really growing. There is some growth on that, and I'm going to go ahead and put that in my propagation tray and just leave it and see what it turns into. I'll check it back at, at the end of fall. And if something grows, I will pull it out of the scrap pile. If not, oh well. So what to do with these? So I went ahead and I filled in the hole. That's where the problem plant was. I pulled it out and I just smoothed the dirt back over it. And I'm going to take a healthy guy that we separated. And throw some dirt over them. And that's what I'm going to do with all of these. I'm going to look for all the bare spots in my sedum garden. And I am going to plant these guys. And they should do pretty well. I have high hopes. Like I said, these big plants here all started with something like this. And I've only been at this a year. Not even a year. Was it a year? I started last spring. So we're still in spring. So after just 1 year, I'm happy. And a lot of people do ask, why not rooting hormone? I've never used it. Correction, I have used it. I haven't noticed a difference when I used it. It just seems like an extra step to me. I'm happy with my growth. I think that they look very healthy. They're spreading well. They're still alive. I haven't killed them yet. I mean, that's not bad for, being from one cutting. They're doing a great job at choking out the weeds. Except for these little guys. I don't know what the heck they are. But yeah, other than that, they're doing really well. So I am going to get all these guys into my bare spots, and I will post an update in about a week or two. Happy gardening. Stay spooky.